Steve.
Let's get on to Steve.
Hello.
It's Steve's time now to shine.
Right on.
Steve's
Put on your
time
sunglasses.
to shine.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All right, Steve. So why don't you tell us what made... Well, first off, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
are you here right now?
Well, my GPS
going
brought me
on?
here. That's how I got here.
No. Okay, so basically you... Why don't we discuss how we met Steve?
That's a
freak
great story.
occurrence.
Okay.
Freak occurrence.
All right.
That's
so
a great story.
we can. I'll tell that. Okay. So basically, recently in this past year, I was put on to the world of comic books, and I fell in love with my comic book, Wonder Woman.
I
Okay.
fell in love with the Invisible Man.
Okay.
Invisible Man.
And so we went to Comic-Con. We attended for Top Shelf. Got some press passes, and we hit up Comic-Con in New York in October, and we were actually scouting for people to either have on Top Shelf Network, Sweet and Vicious, and we were actually looking for a host for a comic book podcast that we wanted to produce and put together. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see Steve
Wow.
with his shirt, shouting out his YouTube channel, and I made a beeline straight for him.
Yeah, you
I
did.
left whoever I was with, and I just went straight to
Yeah, I
him.
lost her. I turned around. I'm like, where the hell did she go?
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
see,
I'm like,
that's-
where did
You
she
really
go?
did.
I
loser.
really did just leave her.
And I'm like, and then I see her, like I finally find her and I see that she's talking to somebody who turns out to be Steve. And I see on his shirt, Raw Vegan for Life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's why she's talking to him.
Right.
You know, so I figured like let her do her spiel.
Right.
Whatever. And then like, what was it, like a month later we
Yeah, it was just kind of like
connected with
hectic
him?
around, we were just kind of regrouping everything. And then finally I reached out to him, and then we basically just connected and had him. We just met and we talked, and he was doing a lot of positive things. So why don't you tell us how you got started with your YouTube channel?
Well, it goes right back to that. We were talking earlier about New Year's Eve resolutions, and I had made one. I actually stuck to it for like the first time ever. Never looked back. Lost so much weight. I went from 245 pounds to 170.
Okay.
Today I'm like something like 165 or whatever. Did most of that old-fashioned like diet, workout, nothing crazy, nothing back-breaking gym type stuff, but just regular calisthenics or whatever.
Right.
Then I discovered juice fasting or feasting, and lost 30 pounds. The stubborn 30 pounds that people, when they feel like they hit the wall, they can't lose anymore.
Right.
Juicing opened my eyes to a whole new world, and a lot of my friends are discovering that very same world now. So, here I am. I'm making videos on YouTube, and this was brand new for me. It was at first it was supposed to just kind of be like a mini kind of record of like a journal, if you will, of like what's going, like my
like
life.
a video vlog.
Exactly.
Just
that.
for yourself.
Exactly.
And then you didn't realize
Well, I knew
there was
that-
actually a poll.
I was kind of hoping to maybe reach a few people, but I didn't think I was going to get a bit of like a following, like a buzz
Right.
or anything like that. And, subscribers came in, and next thing you know, so I made a t-shirt. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Comic-Con. I always went to Comic-Con year after year.
Right.
And it's kind of funny because I was the typical looking comic book fan, the stereotypical, I should say, because I used to be fat. I used to be overweight. Fat's a harsh word. I'm going to just say overweight and out of shape. And here I am walking, and I'm walking around my new physique. I'm slim, and I didn't think I was going to reach any vegans out there. I really didn't. I found like 3 people, and then of course you came along.
Yeah.
You found me.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. And the funny thing was, is I had the 3-day pass for Comic-Con, and on day 3, when I was just about to leave, it was exactly when I was about to leave. I remember this, is when you came up to me.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, this is fate. This is what this is. This is fate. And you came to me and you said, I really would love to work with you in the future. We can maybe, collaborate. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds awesome. Let's exchange each other's information. We did just that. And I made some more videos a little later, and I heard you saw them. You were a fan of them.
Yeah, my sister loved him.
Yeah. So, it was maybe like a match made in heaven, just, meant to be.
Yeah, it happened organically.
It happened organically. Right on.
Okay, so you started juicing, and I know, and you said that you did it because you wanted to lose the weight.
Yeah.
But for people out there who maybe are not overweight or that's not one of their goals, have you noticed a change in your lifestyle in regards to health? Because I think a lot of people associate with eating garbage food, i.e. fast food, and just they don't really take into account like
Chips, grease,
or
anything,
like eating
soda,
organic. Yeah. and if they like are not overweight, they don't think that they're really doing anything because they're like, oh, I'm not overweight. It's not really affecting me.
Right, right.
I'm thin or whatever the case is. What did you notice? Like automatically, maybe like within the first, couple of days or weeks, but then in long term, can you share that with the viewers?
Sure. I mean, for a lot of people that are maybe not overweight, first of all, I just want to point out that it's time that hits us. Like I'm 30, I was 30 when I made the change, and that's what kind of like drove me to like say it's not just about vanity, because for a lot of people, it's I want to lose weight, I want to look good, and just another thing about that is Facebook. Facebook has a way of showing you a side that you didn't even know, a perspective like. Being tagged in a photo, for instance, is something that a lot of people just really dread, because then you get to see yourself and you're being forced to see yourself in a way that you didn't even know you looked like.
Yeah.
And that kind of like turns on a light in people's head and like, all right, I need to make a change. I really need to make a change. But absolutely, I got to the point where it's like I need to do something about my health for the rest of my life. I can't keep eating like this. I didn't have any like serious problems or anything like that. It wasn't like I was.
I think because it was still early too. I mean, I think
that's-
if you would have continued eating like that, you could have.
That's without a doubt. And I really didn't want to end up that way. And
Right.
then I just decided to take on this lifestyle and become a raw vegan. And a raw vegan is very strict compared to say like a vegetarian or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what one of my questions is that were you ever just a vegetarian, or did you just jump right into being vegan? Because
actually
that's
jumped-
really
Yeah, it's a big leap.
that's serious.
It's a huge leap. And I did exactly that. I went from, hardcore carnivore
Yeah.
who used to eat like White Castle in the middle of the night.
Hardcore carnivore.
Absolutely. To straight raw vegetables and fruit and nuts and seeds and, smoothies and shakes and all that kind of stuff, but just organic, 100% organic. I would say I became an 80% raw vegan.
Wow.
80%, yeah, definitely. And if I were to cheat, would be with vegan, absolutely.
So are any of your friends like vegan? Like who or what did you use as, I guess, that pesky word that I always say wrong, liaison?
Liaison.
Liaison,
Sure.
yeah.
Nobody. That's funny because nobody I knew was a raw vegan. I knew a couple of vegans. They were my cousin and her husband were vegan, but it wasn't like I learned much from them because they were they were doing their own thing, and I had friends that were vegetarians, but they were doing it for years, and I just wanted something that was really gonna just like be impactful and stay with me, And it's funny because the juice fast, 30 days of juicing, I lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
And everything changed, like, senses sharpened and mental clarity, and just you feel like a better person on the inside. And you don't know how sick you are until you go raw vegan, because then you're never sick. First of all, I haven't been sick in, months.
Yeah.
Months. If I were to sneeze, that would be like a rare thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know
No,
you're like
sick right
you're
now.
sniffling
No,
right
I
now.
think because you're probably maybe even detoxing. I mean, I don't know. But because that also does happen. Did you notice that when you went from your
Regular
eating
food.
habits changed for the better? Did you notice that your body was detoxing where you felt like that? Because like
Yeah.
Leanna from the Earth Diet, she says that, when you change your eating habits drastically like that, like your body is detoxing.
Yep.
Did you notice any of that?
Yeah, you get a lot of these side effects. You get all these like symptoms, or people will call them like healing side effects.
Right.
Your body is detoxing, so it's releasing toxins in really unique ways. It could be bad breath, it could be body odor. So nobody likes this type of stuff,
Yeah.
But
Right.
you do experience some things like
Right.
dizziness. I have a group right now called Juicing 101 on Facebook, and a
Right.
lot of those people, I want to give a shout out to them. They're really doing a great job, and some of them are on day 10 and have lost over 10 pounds.
Wow.
And they were all skeptic. They did not want to just live off of juice and water. And here they are being, with success stories like, I'm dropping more weight than I've ever lost in my life. And that's, I was trying to explain to them that this is why, because you're putting something that's good into your body, and your body's rewarding you for it. You
Right.
know?
Is juicing like considered a cleanse?
Definitely, absolutely.
Because we've done a cleanse before,
Right.
and it was difficult in the beginning, and we had like the typical. I lost.
We did do a
weight.
healthy cleanse.
No, we didn't do a healthy cleanse, but that's not really the point. But like, if you do a juicing fast, is it likely for you to gain the weight back as soon as you start eating regularly
It's a great
again?
question, because a lot of them.
Because I was like looking, and I saw in the Facebook group that like all these people were losing like 10 pounds, and I was like, oh wow, and to me, like, I don't have a problem eating fruits and vegetables all day. Like
Right.
that
Yeah.
could work for me, especially juicing. We want to buy a juicer. We want
Yeah.
to start getting into that a lot. But then I was thinking like, well, with cleanses and things like that, as soon as you lose all this weight, but then as soon as you start eating normally again, you just put all the weight back on.
Right.
That's a
Which is
common,
not bad,
no,
but
no, it's a common misconception though. People think that you'll put on the weight. You will if you go right back to your old habits of eating. If you decide to put the things in your body that got you there in the first place, pre-juicing, then guaranteed you will put on the weight. I myself, I did the 30-day juice fast. I was worried about the same thing. I went straight from that into raw veganism and lost 10 pounds since that, just from fruits and vegetables uncooked in their raw state and solids. I mean, like heavy food. People think that if you eat like solid food that you're going to put on the weight, and that's what's supposed to fill you up is the weight of the food. It's not that. It's the calories of the food. And like you could eat vegetables and fruit and get full right away. You know?
No, I know.
I noticed that when the first time that I actually ate Leanna's raw lasagna, and which we took you there, and the video
Yeah,
actually
that
is going to be
was great.
coming out on YouTube.
Yes.
After that, the prior days, anything that I put into my body, I like wasn't satisfied with. And when I shared that with Leanna and a few people, they said to me, because your body was getting such nutrients at its raw state, because when you don't cook them and it's the strongest, that your body wasn't satisfied because it had so much nutrients and it was so like
Yeah, remember when we went to Organic Corner the other day to pick up our raw ice cream?
yeah.
And we both got Essential Red
I didn't get a call.
juices.
Yeah.
We both got Essential Red juices from
Yeah.
Organic Corner, which is red apples, ginger, carrots, beets to cleanse the blood. Beets are really good for you.
Especially
And
for females.
after drinking that, and I got a small.
Yeah.
I didn't even get like a ginormous, normally when I get a smoothie, I'll get a medium or a large. I got a small, and after that, my body was literally craving it. And I still am thinking about it, like, and it's just, it's just funny because it was something so little, but it was, it was so good, and it was just all straight up
Seriously.
vegetables and fruits, and I'm still thinking about it, and I want it.
So, Steve, what does a typical day look like for you, meal and exercise wise?
That's a really good question. I wake up every morning, glass of water with lemon in it.
Okay.
Absolutely the most essential
That's like
thing.
us too. We
Yeah.
started doing that.
Yeah.
You got to start your day with enough water because, I mean, it's like, think of it like a water slide, like that's
Yeah.
your body, and you can't go down a water slide without the water.
Oh,
That
I
food.
love that idea.
Exactly.
And I love water slides.
And, from there, I like to do a nice green smoothie, something nice and soft. Workout, I don't do anything crazy.
Okay.
I'm not like in a gym or anything like that. I do the, basic stuff. I have like a pull-up bar that's like on my door.
Okay.
Do a lot of that. My kid's actually doing it now too. It's pretty funny. He's able to do a lot of pull-ups. I'm just like, look at him. He's gonna top me one of these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
He's getting those muscles. It's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of running. Not too crazy. I did the Tough Mudder, as you guys know, and that was 12 miles. I had to train like a maniac for that.
That was amazing.
That was insane.
Why don't you talk about Tough Mudder a little
Ooh,
bit?
Tough
Yeah.
Mudder.
That
Yeah.
craziness.
If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see that's like the new, what do you call that? The new layout? That's like
Timeline.
Yeah.
timeline. A lot of people hate that. I'm kind of a fan of it.
I'm not.
I haven't converted yet.
That's my photo cover. It's the cover photo is me, victorious at Tough Mudder. I'm really proud of that because I did train for that, and it was 12 miles, 30 something like 32, 33 obstacles.
It's insane.
It was, yeah.
How'd you first hear about it?
I first heard. Actually, I didn't hear about that one first. I heard about something called Warrior Dash.
Okay.
And I really wanted to do that one because that was more like my speed. It was like 3 miles and some obstacles or whatever. I missed it, unfortunately. I wanted to do it, but I missed out on it. And I tried to register, but it was all booked up.
Okay.
Then I heard about Tough Mudder, and I'm like, oh, well, this more than makes up for it by a lot. So I trained my butt off for that. And
Good for you.
Yeah, and that's something that I would, if you would have told me like a year ago,
That you were going to do that?
no way in hell. I wouldn't have
Really?
believed it. Would not have believed you. That's pretty hard.
So how did you train? You went to the gym? You started running.
And I did miles. I mean, and I'd even do like long distance hiking with weight resistance and stuff like that. And brought a camelback with me, and I'd walk from my house to Coney Island and back in the pouring rain. I didn't even
Oh
care.
my God, you were
My
training for the
God.
army.
It was because Tough Mudder is no joke. You got to train hard if you want to complete it.
Yeah, seriously. So with the training from Tough Mudder, now that you're not training for it, so you wake up, you have your green smoothie, you do a little bit of your arm
Do the pull-ups, do the
exercise.
crunches, basic calisthenics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you have for lunch?
Lunch usually varies. You've seen some photos of me when I'm like thirsty in the afternoon. I'll like take a coconut and I'll like put like a hole in it, put a bendy straw if I want to get silly, a wacky straw, you know?
Oh my God, I know. I wanted you know what? You have to come for your first show. I'm gonna have some coconuts with a drill,
Yeah.
and we're gonna we're gonna do it.
And we will cheers and toast to that first show.
Seriously,
cheers,
how
coconut water.
amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
So
that's
go ahead. So
exciting.
sometimes you'll be craving the
And that's the
coconut.
cool thing is that it's like a whole meal in one. It's like a happy meal, really, because you can drink the water out of
You
it.
hear that, guys? It's a happy
It's
meal.
a happy meal. Yeah, it's an organic happy meal. You drink all the water out of it, you crack, the thing open, and then you just scoop the meat out.
It's really filling.
It's really filling. I could usually kill like half a coconut.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, I haven't been lucky to get a really good coconut. I hate to say. Yeah, I want
I
those
think
Thai
it's-
coconuts.
Is
but
it off? Like, is it not in season or?
It's my location, I think, is what it is
Okay.
also. Because that's another thing I wanted to address. We're here in the East Coast, and not a lot of raw vegans out here. I mean, there's some, of course, but I feel like I'm like the only one.
Yeah.
And they're all on the West Coast, and a lot of love to them for doing what they're doing. But we need more of that here.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And I feel like there's not just like the produce, like
It's few and far between.
yeah, things like the jackfruit, which is like a superfood. I think it's what it is, jackfruit. That's like really spiky or whatever. Like that, they're all eating that over there. We don't have those type of things here.
Yeah.
We need someone to bring that kind of stuff here. I want to try to be the guy that
You
does
should
that.
be the guy.
I want to be the guy.
You are
Start
the guy.
revolution.
I will
You are
start.
the guy. Okay, so now you have coconut juice and you have the coconut
It's a
meat,
simple
I guess
stuff.
you said.
Yeah.
What do you have
Kale
for
salad.
dinner?
Kale salad. I'll make something like vegan wraps with like a romaine lettuce. I'll put something like that into it. It varies every night. It's really about what
Your
it-
body's craving?
Yeah. I just learned how to make. I just bought appliances to make things like raw pasta.
I saw you made hummus.
Oh, hummus last night was awesome.
No way.
Really, really good.
So now this is my personal question, I guess, to you, is that what do you do now when you're going out with friends, if you're going to have dinner, or if you're like
How do you handle that?
working and then you need to, you want to get something to eat and you have, you're running
option-
errands or
right.
whatever. How do you handle that, like on the go type thing?
It's not easy. I definitely alienated myself from my group of friends because I went to TGI Fridays yesterday, and that's not a very vegan friendly place. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, you just have
Like
to have
a
a little.
health friendly place.
You gotta ask for the right things. We were at the bar, in fact, eating our dinner because it was like a huge line or whatever. It was a football game, and so I sat at the bar and I ordered a salad. I don't think there's anything more manly than sitting at the bar and ordering a salad, But I did, and and those things you can't like let that bother you. You
What
just
kind
have
of
to go with it.
salad though?
It was
Because
like a pecan with some kind of like raspberry vinaigrette or something. Like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
but so do you
Cranberries.
had no protein then?
There's some protein in a lot of things, like if it's got amino acids, and those are like the building blocks of protein. So as long as there's something in it, like that, you're good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So, I guess we have to ask, what is something that you miss?
Ooh, good question.
Because I haven't even given it up yet, and I already missed the garlic French fries from Yankee Stadium.
I've only ever
It's not even
smelled those.
baseball season yet.
Oh, it's always baseball season. No.
What do I miss the most? I live not too far from White Castle. Everyone who's watching this that knows me knew I was going to say that.
Okay.
I guarantee you, they were like, "Oh, Steve White Castle," right away.
Yeah.
I was addicted to that stuff. Like I needed to go, to detox just for that. It was pretty bad. It's open 24/7. And
Yeah.
that movie Harold and Kumar was actually,
based on you.
That was based on me. Documentary. It was really me. So that would be the one I would say.
Okay. Eleni, do you have anything to ask?
You always say
We
that.
have him
Meanwhile,
on-
all these questions I wrote. Okay.
We have him on the couch. We have him on the couch.
She always puts me on the spot like this. I asked him questions.
All right, I have a question. So, what is the next?
I'm dying over here.
Well, I know. Eleni's not feeling good. So now you started.
Where do you grocery shop?
I live
And
near,
how much money do you spend on groceries? Is that like too personal to ask?
No, not at all.
Because organic food's very expensive.
It can be, and you know what it is. If you're juicing right now, which a lot of my friends are right now, I have them juicing. One of the people that are juicing only spend $20 for the week.
What?
Yeah, and that's getting.
Where are they going
Wow.
to a farmer's market?
You can go to a farmer's market and actually spend even probably less than $20. But I'm
have to
talking
go
about
to
things
work.
like organic Granny Smith apples, kale, cucumbers, ginger, all these type of things, and you're spending like $20. Think about it like this: if you were like to eat fast food every day of the week, you're gonna be spending more than $20. Or even if you were going to restaurants or diners or something like that, you're gonna be spending a lot more. So
You could
I
spend
actually
$20 on one meal or $20 in a day
Yeah.
Seriously.
People that
if you
think-
eat out.
absolutely. If people think that organic costs more, they're really not. They should buy the right things. I mean, it's
So we're obviously not buying the right things because
Yeah.
we spent $160
And we, yeah.
on like fruit.
and spinach.
Yeah.
Does the stuff ever go bad on you? Like, did you ever do you
Our
keep it?
strawberries and our clementines went bad.
Totally went
And
bad,
we
but I'm
got
going back
them-
there to Fairway, and I'm going to raise hell, and I'm going to get fresh ones.
Yeah. No, because I just feel like, at Fairway, because they just opened up a Fairway by us, so that's where we shop now, Fairway Market, and they have a whole really big organic produce section.
They're like about organic.
Right. They're, they have a lot of healthy alternative brands and things like that. They also have a lot of, random brands I've never even heard of. And they have like your typical, whatever brands. But I just felt like we spent so much money and a lot of the things that we got were organic and all natural and things like that. And we just kind of were like, how can we, you can't spend $160 on groceries. That's just like insane.
Right.
And a lot of people, I mean, even at, certain, Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, though, that can be pretty pricey too.
Yeah, I tried shopping there, and I had the same problem there. It's like everything is just overpriced.
Yeah.
Farmers markets are ideal for a lifestyle like mine. You want to go to those farmers markets.
We need to find one around here.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, I think it's also like the weather. Once spring and summer comes, I think it'll be a little bit easier for us to hit up some farmers market because it's a little different now. So you're doing the Juicing 101. There's a group on Facebook. You can request. It's an open group. It's Juicing 101 at groups.facebook.com. And Steve started that, and it's been so popular. I don't really go on Facebook that often, but when I do go on Facebook, I have like 49 updates, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm really cool. So many people
So
miss
popular.
me.
I was worried about
And
that.
it's all for Juicing
Yeah.
101 with Steve. So there, I guess you're acting as kind of like the average Joe who's guiding other people who are new to it, and they kind of have you're kind of like the live operator that they can ask questions and
Just I'm not automated.
Yeah,
Right, but you're also, you know what I mean? And I think why a lot of people are responding to it really well, and why I think your show on Top Shelf Network is going to be,
Meets the
great.
beats.
Yes, is because you're not going around there being like, I have a PhD with all this stuff,
Right.
molecules and all of this stuff. You're talking to them on a real level.
Absolutely.
You're like you're saying words that I know what they I
Right.
know what they mean. You know what I mean? Like you're being real with them, and you're saying like, you can do this or you can do that, or this works, that doesn't work. Where and people are going to get that, and people want to be healthy, and they don't want to be patronized about being healthy. They want to be given to it like it is.
Yeah. I went with the name Juicing 101 because it's like an introductory to a better lifestyle. And I'm not the teacher. We're all each other's teachers.
yeah.
Is basically it. And you learn from each other's experiences, what it's like, because it's not the same for every person that does it. I went as far as say, let's do this on Skype. Let's do this on Uvu. Let's like web chat and see each other's faces and get to know each other and learn what it's like for each other. And it's been working great. I mean, we have people, sharing from as far as Spain. We have people in different time zones, which can be a little tricky, but I'm kind of an insomniac. So I'm up all hours of the night
Right.
talking to people one-on-one. And I want to help them, genuinely want to help them, because I remember what it was like
Yeah.
when I lost that weight.
Right.
And I want people to experience the same exact thing.
So let's talk a little bit about From Meats to Beats, transitioning to a raw vegan lifestyle that's going to be premiering on Top Shelf Network January 23rd. And we're very excited that Steve's going to be bringing his enthusiasm, his knowledge. We're excited here because he's bringing a lot of... You're right,
I'm
Eleni?
dying.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
God.
We're going to eat some juice stat,
Yeah.
Steve. Some vitamin C.
Try the rock and
Seriously,
wellness
rock
stuff
and
that we have.
wellness.
Get some
I'm
of
going
that
to
in
bed
you.
after this. Oh my God.
So we're really excited to have you on. And, as I was sharing with you, we're actually booking a lot of amazing guests who are going to be Skyping in, authors, activists. I'm really excited for you.
Oh man, I'm excited over here.
I mean, it's going to be
Well,
great.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a moment to shout out our Rock and Wellness.
Rock
because
and wellness, absolutely. Mike Wall, Seth Luker created an amazing product. I fell into it by chance. I was doing a video for my YouTube channel for a cafe called Live Island Cafe in Huntington. And Gene Weiss and Okima Wilcox, they're both the owners of that place. Amazing establishment, really. You go there, the food is incredible, all raw, organic. They make smoothies and shakes, and it's just a great place. And I made a video, my first time eating real raw food, like organic food. put it on YouTube. Turned out that one of the chefs there was dating one of the co-owners of Rock and Wellness, and he reached out to me, and I was honored. I was flattered. I was like, yeah, man. And he was like, do you want to help us out, make some videos? I'm like, sure, my pleasure.
Yeah.
We got together, collaborated, made some amazing videos. People trying the product for the first time, and that's what really attracted me to this company, was that I saw real people, not paid actors,
Right.
come to the Live Island Cafe to just give testimonials about what their experience was, trying the product. And they were real. I mean, these were people they were sick, and they reversed whatever they had with ailments and illnesses, and they're feeling fantastic. I tried it for myself and felt the exact same reaction. So that's something that I was just like, yeah, you guys have got to.
That's amazing.
You got to get this product out there. People have to know about it, and they have a huge following on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thousands.
And they also are very good friends with Craig, the owner of Organic Corner.
Great place.
Who actually also sells Leanna Warner's Grave, the Earth Diet. You can check out Leanna at theearthdiet.com now and .org.
They officially acquired .com.
Yes. So shout out to Leanna.
Earthdiet.com.
Yes. And to Rock and Wellness. And here you go. We'll hold it up. Go ahead.
You guys see
Beautiful.
that?
There you go.
Check it out.
Check it out. And Google, go on Facebook, check out the Organic Corner. They sell it there as well. And we hope to have them on from Meats to Beats as well, right? I think we'll
so.
be able to work that out.
I think so. We spoke to them, and they're looking like they're excited to get on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. So what do you see yourself, Steve, 5 years from now?
That's like an employment question right there. What's that about? You're gonna call references? You know what it is.
What do you envision?
Yeah, it's funny because I really went into this blindly. I fell into this, and I'm embracing it. And my brother just told me today, it was just like, the universe is trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
He's right. He's absolutely right. And I'm just gonna embrace it. I'm gonna run with it. And wherever I end up, I just hope it has something to do with health and wellness and helping people out. And that's all I want to do. Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
Snaps for Steve.
Snaps for Steve. So you can check out Steve's Juicing 101 on Facebook. You can also check out his show premiering on Top Shelf Network, tsnlive.tv, January 23rd. I think we said 8 p.m., right? We're doing?
Let's do 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern. And you could definitely find him on Facebook. Tweet him at From Meats to
Number 2.
Beats. Tweet him. Tell him how much you love him. Talk to him about juicing. He'll definitely answer questions. He's
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
Raw Vegan for Life.
There you go. That's Steve. Wow.
I'm so sick.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we have our health guru
know.
on. Elaine's
I have to
sick.
juice tomorrow. I'm gonna start juicing.
Wait, can you recommend what's a good juice
Something for my immune system.
for immune systems, or something for beginners?
Yeah.
What's something, if somebody's listening right now
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what, Steve, that sounds like really awesome. What's something that you think will taste good? That's, maybe just something that they can just try easy, 101. What's the first juice somebody should make?
If you guys have ever seen the movie, it's a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, made by the Australian filmmaker Joe Cross.
Yeah.
That's the movie that kind of got me into the whole thing, but he didn't give you the recipe for the mean green juice. I looked it up, found out what it was. It just, it's just a cucumber. You want to put in 1 cucumber, half a lemon, inch of ginger, 2 Granny Smith apples, 6 bunches of kale, and I'm forgetting something else.
Okay.
But it's a good juice, and it's called the mean green. If you look it up on Google, you will find it.
Okay.
The mean green for
And so that's something that you like. Is that a sweet taste?
it's got a kind of almost like a lemonade taste. A lot of people find the ginger a little overpowering or whatever, but it's just just got to your preference. You want to make just enough.
What's your favorite juice?
I really enjoy beets with carrots. That's huge. That's a great drink, first of all. It just tastes awesome. And you can feel the detox effect immediately.
After I had the essential red juice from Organic Corner, I literally, Demetra laughed at me when I said this in the car, but I felt tingling throughout my body.
Yeah, no, I don't
Like
doubt
good
it.
tingling, as if literally, because I know that beets clear out your blood and things like that. I literally felt I don't know, maybe it was just psychological, but I still felt amazing after it, and I want it now.
Well,
It was
thank
so
you,
good.
Steve, so much for coming on
We have
Sweet and
Creep of the
Vicious.
Week.
Yes, we're going to do Creep of the Week. I just want to thank him
My pleasure, guys.
because I love you, and I'm really excited for the future and for...
We're really excited for your show to premiere on Top Shelf. We can't wait to see your show and all the amazing people that you're going to have on. And I think the viewers are really going to love it.
It's gonna be a treat.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
All right, so let's get